My computer acting up already. Listen, happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. I'm glad to see y'all in the building. You know, we got a night of trending topics here. So don't forget, y'all know what y'all got to do in that chat. Y'all got to hit that like button because that's your ticket on this train ride. Happy Thursday, everybody. Listen, it's trending topics and the title is Speechless. I'm speechless. You know, Cardi B's shocking divorce. And she's pregnant. I do feel for her. I know many people, you know, some of y'all 10 toes down, y'all don't forgive. I'm looking fuzzy. Am I looking fuzzy, everybody? It's clear. I look clear on my end. Everybody else, let me know if I'm looking fuzzy. I don't know what to do. Okay. So let me know if I'm looking fuzzy. But listen, you know, a lot of people they're mad at Cardi. And they're like, oh, I am looking a little fuzzy. I don't know. Maybe go out and come back in and see what happens. But you know, so because I'm looking clear to myself, I don't know what's going on. So anyway, a lot of people, you know, yeah, the people saying not clear. Maybe I don't know. Go out and come back in. I don't know what's going on. Okay, somebody else said I look clear. Thank you. So, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, Cardi is getting what she deserves. I don't think nobody deserves a husband that's cheating on them and then gonna leave them with 2 kids belly. I don't think anybody deserves you get married and the whole pretty much existence of your marriage, the man is cheating on you. I don't think anybody really deserves that. You don't have to like the girl, but good gosh almighty, I don't think she deserves that treatment. And she tried to hang in there. She really did. She tried to hang in there with her marriage. They said for better or for worse. And honey, she been through it all. Now listen, she fought Tasha K down to the nail over that man. And here we are umpteen years later, 3 babies, the one, you know, the 2, but 3 including the one in her belly. And at the end of the day, she got to leave Offset. Offset been cheating for a minute. He been cheating for a minute. It's so disrespectful. And you know, a lot of people want to say, well, he young, they young. Well, don't ask nobody to be your wife. If you know you for the streets and you're not ready, don't ask somebody to be your wife. I personally, like many men, I think he's going to wake up one day and regret it. There's a lot of players out there, they old now looking for a wife. They looking for a wife. They want somebody. And it's like, get your old butt out my face. No, you should have married somebody a long time ago. You never found the one. No, you found the one. You just tossed around and dogged her out. Most of these men, they had a good woman in their life. They tossed them up, made them bitter, angry, and mad. And now they out here looking for, oh, can I get a wife? I really think he's going to wake up and regret it, but we'll talk about it. But you know what she said? She said the baby in her stomach. It was her encouragement to let that toxic relationship go. And I say to that, to God be the glory, girl, because he wasn't going to change. And you know what I learned too about just people in general? If you keep letting them do the same thing to you over and over again, they're never going to stop. They're not going to have no boundaries. You got to put the boundaries up. They don't. So she woke up. Hope she has a good pregnancy. And I pray to God that those two learn how to co-parent together, because poor Holly Berry, even though she ain't on the docket tonight, her and that Martinez, that husband, he giving her the business. He giving her the business over raising a 10-year-old. And she got 8 more years to deal with that fool on that particular level. Poor Holly Berry, she knew how to pick them too. Her and Jennifer Lopez need to take the same class, because listen, but Holly Berry, she smartened up. Now she's going to do the Oprah. She just going to have a long-term boyfriend. She ain't walking down that aisle no more saying I do, because all her exes, she got to pay money. I'll be sick to my stomach every time I look at my account and 10 going to him, 10 going to him, 20 going to him. I'll be done. But yeah, her exes are a mess. So hopefully Cardi B and Offset can uncouple nicely. She already got her lawyer. She went down to the court. She put that paperwork in. She got her lawyer. She said, I'm done. And then she came out and announced, that's right, I'm pregnant. She hid it. She hid it because she didn't want to hear your mouth. But a long time ago, y'all know, y'all going to be like, Diva, please. But I'm being very serious with you. I forgot what story, because we always doing a Cardi B story. But Felicia said she was pregnant way back when. And I was like, you think so? She said she pregnant. And sure enough, boop, 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 she got the baby in the belly. We be breaking down stuff over here. But anyway, I'm going to move on. So, Sonya Massey's mother. You know, we got to stay connected to this story, because everybody's saying that is the most gross video ever seen of a cop doing violence against a citizen. And the mother, and we're going to play the 911 call today. The mother, when she called the cops to get help for Sonya, she said, please. She gets paranoid. She said, don't send an aggressive cop over there. She said, I'm afraid of the cops. I'm afraid what y'all do. And what do? They send an aggressive cop over there, and now she's gone. But the mother gave them all the details on the phone. So I want to know, when they sent the cops over there, why didn't they send the ambulance also? Because the mother says she gets paranoid. But the mother also says she never hurt nobody. She never hurt herself, but she needs help right now. This is crazy. And now, under pressure, the union now talking about, well, we're not going to try to get his job back. Really? You going to get a man's job back that's behind bars? It's just ridiculous. Then we're going to talk about LeToya Luckett from Destiny's Child. You know, ain't nothing worse than a bitter ex. She got married again, because listen, you got one life to live. I tell you over here all the time, live your dreams, live your best life. You got one life. You don't know when you're not going to be here no more. You don't know when you're going to take your last breath. Live it up. Have a good time. If you could go on vacation, go on vacation. You want to walk in the park, walk in the park. You want to read books, read your books. Do what you want to do. Live your best life. You don't know when it's going to be over. So he's trying to shade her, talking about she's been married 3 times in 8 years. What business is it of yours, sir? You didn't want her. You was for the streets. She released you back to the streets. She didn't say nothing bad about you either when she released you. You embarrassed her all up on the TV because y'all had that reality show you was on. You embarrassed her. And now you mad because she happy. You bitter. You missed out. And see, you know what happens with the streets? They swear the streets is better. Then they get out there and say they be like, oh shoot, what I had at home was the best thing ever. But now it's too late, sir. She's gone. She's taken. And he's loving on the babies you left behind. They one big happy family. And you worried about how many times she got married in 8 years. I wouldn't give a darn if it's 10, if that's what she want to do. Keep trying till you get it right. It's not your business. Now, where all your girls you was cheating with, where they at now, sir? Where they at? Oh, they don't want to talk to you no more? Oh, they was trash? You had a good woman that was working, taking care of the kids. She loved you. And when you first cheated, she still tried to work it out with you. God bless her on that. God bless her on that. She forgave you. But then you went back to the streets, back to the streets, back to the streets, and back to the streets. What do you want? No, you can go stay in the streets. Stay in the streets. Nobody fooling with you. Bitter ex. I'm speechless. He really had the nerve to write 3 marriages in 8 years. Sir, go get a job. I would be posting every single day with my new husband, the kids in our house, doing everything that I do. Make him sick to his stomach. And when he come over to the house to pick up the kids, I'll tell my husband, answer the door. He be pissed at me. I would tell my husband, honey, go answer the door. Go answer the door. Bring the kids to the door. Bring the kids to him. As he want to come in and get a bottle of water. That's right, I'm married again. It's none of your business. You had your chance. You didn't want me. And so now I'm moving on. That's it and that's all. He's shading me in your little post. Get out of here. Bitter exes. They're a mess. That's right, Marie. I would tell my husband, go answer the door. He here. Go answer the door. And see how happy you are. Listen, guys, I'm going to load this train up. Okay? Y'all know what to do in the chat, right? Y'all know what I need. I need a what, y'all? Come on, that's right, Tay. I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Thursday night trending topics, and the title is Speechless. We got Cardi B. I'm shocked. You know what I said the other day? I think it was backstage. I was talking to the panelists backstage, and I was like, when the Offset was caught in the casino with the girl, I was like, okay, I'm surprised Cardi B ain't on the Instagram, the Twitter, the something going off. But now I know why, because she had enough. Listen, everybody has enough at some point. So she got her enough, and she filed that paperwork, and then she let us know. She said, yeah, I'm pregnant. What? Then we're going to do Sonya Massey and LeToya Luckett. Let me bring the people on in the building. Hey, Leo.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Katrina.
Hello, everybody. Choo, choo, choo.
Choo, choo, choo. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Wayne. Hey, Julius. Hey, Tay.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Tay. Hey, Manila Poppin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into this first story. And you know, what do I want to do first? I guess we'll do Cardi B, because I was a little shocked that she came out and said she was pregnant. Shocked that she filed for divorce. And listen, and two, shocked that, you know, I guess like the Braxtons, Offset, he got some tax liens against him. So let me go ahead. Let's get into this first story. Let me share this screen. Where we at? Cardi B. So Cardi B announces she's preggo on the heels of divorce news. Beautiful picture. You know, this girl know how to take some pictures, don't she? She said, boom, there it is. There go the baby. Cardi B is having another baby, something she just announced online. This hours after she filed for divorce from Offset. The rapper broke the news Thursday, posting a photo of herself and her exposed belly on IG and added a lengthy caption that read, "With every ending comes a new beginning. I'm so grateful to have shared this season with you. You have brought me more love, more life, and most of all, renewed my power, reminded me that I can have it all." And she talking about her little baby inside, okay? She adds, "You reminded me that I never have to choose between life, love, and my passion. I love you so much and cannot wait for you to witness what you helped me accomplish, what you pushed me to do. It's so much easier taking life's twists, turns, and tests lying down. But you, your brother, and your sister has shown me why it's worth it to push through." The news comes shortly after we confirmed that Cardi ran to court and filed to end her marriage with Offset. Interestingly, she doesn't mention her husband in the post. As a result, folks are in the comments rhetorically asking who the father might be. Even before the divorce news, there was already buzz that Cardi may be expecting. In fact, we got photos of her out in NYC Wednesday, where her team was trying to cover her up with umbrellas. And yes, she did appear to be pregnant in those pics. Now we know. This will be Cardi's third kid. She has two other children with Offset, Culture and Wave. Cardi and Offset been on again and off again for a long time, and now it sounds like she's ready to move on from him for good. At least that's what we've been told. As we told you, Cardi is seeking primary custody of their children, and that may apply to the new baby too, assuming Offset is in fact the dad. One thing we know for sure, despite accusations of infidelity against Offset in the past, we've been told that cheating was not a factor in Cardi deciding to pull the plug. Clearly, she's got a lot on her plate, a divorce, a baby, and hopefully new music at some point. And so this story is to be continued. Now, I'll stop sharing the screen there. Let me just stop sharing that screen. And I want to add another piece to this story because, you know, they said Offset owes he got a little tax problem. You know, the people with the tax problem, let me see, let me just present again. Offset, there we go. Oh, where did my screen? I showed the wrong one, y'all. Let me stop. Hold on. Let's present. Okay, there we go. So Offset slapped with more than $1.6 million in tax liens amid Cardi B's divorce. Offset is not having a good time right now. The rapper was hit with two separate tax liens totaling to $1.6 million. In Touch can confirm. The news came shortly after his soon-to-be ex-wife Cardi B filed for divorce. The massive debt remains unpaid, according to the U.S. Sun, which was the first to break the news on Thursday, August 1st. Offset 32 was notified of the first federal tax lien in April and equals about 1.5 million, or almost 1.6. He was then hit with a second one on June 11th. The tax lien was reported to be $32,963. Cardi B's name was not listed on either of the documents. Cardi's rep confirmed to Page 6 on Thursday, August 1st, that the WAP artist had filed for divorce from Offset for the second time on Wednesday, July 31st. The outlet also reported that Cardi 31 was seeking primary custody, and we already kind of read that, and it kind of just goes back through the divorce again. I just wanted to show you there. He got a tax bill. He got a tax bill, okay? Hey, Dr. Love. Leo, you're up.
I'm not surprised. It is forthcoming it is unsurprising to me. I do believe that this young life that she got in her stomach has really let her see her power. She's a life giver. And I think that she understands that in a whole different level. And she don't need this trash and this baggage dragging her down mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically around her in her atmosphere. My thing, I'm not surprised about the filing for divorce, but I am curiously awaiting whether or not this divorce will become final. Because you know how Cardi B do. You know how she do. So I don't believe this man thinks that she will actually divorce him. He been cutting up in the streets for way too long publicly. Even though I did read that this particular young lady is somebody that he had dated previously, but she was married and she is pregnant, and her husband recently passed away. So I don't think it's about this chick. I think it's about the fact that she's come to some new enlightenment being pregnant for the third time by this piece of trash, and whether or not she really see herself in the future still catering to this man. She lives in Atlanta, someplace she really don't even want to be.
She's in Jersey now.
Girl. Oh, she's in Jersey now?
He has a mansion in Jersey. So when somebody said the other day that their Atlanta house was in foreclosure, she said, no, it's not. And she said something about, I will sell, Offset loves Atlanta. I will sell my half to Offset. And then she showed the people pictures of her Jersey home.
Okay. That's it. So she been making this move all along. She been making this move all along. She's sick of being in Atlanta. He got too many access. And listen, what the great philosopher Megan Thee Stallion said, if you, what did she say? If a hoe don't want to be kept, don't keep him. This man don't want to be married. She figured out this man does not want to be married. She finally got it. She finally got the clue. Third baby in. She finally got it. This man does not want to be married.
Yeah.
He stunned it. He tried to get her back engaged. And what you say, she ain't even cook out. She ain't even go off on the chick. She ain't threaten to hurt nobody. She ain't do none of that because it was already over. She got the point.
Yeah.
You want a husband? Offset ain't it. Offset ain't it. And she pregnant with her third baby.
But she said that baby gave her the strength. Maybe that was what she needed to get up out of this mess.
I think the switch turned on. I think she finally got that. She ain't playing games here. She giving birth to life.
Yeah. These kids are looking at it, and she raising a daughter and a son. Katrina, you're up? Oh, shoot. That's a word right there.
What? Oh, okay.
He wants to be married. He just don't want to be faithful. Good gosh almighty. All right, go ahead, Katrina.
So he just want to open marriage, like I said last night. This man is ridiculous. This is what I don't understand. These people have all this money and they don't use it in the right way. So now you slap with a tax lien and something else. And then the thing, I'm glad, all blessings to her for being pregnant. But baby, I think I would have put a halt on it. I'm not telling nobody not to get pregnant whatsoever. But knowing the way that he is, and he didn't change after the first two kids, I'm not telling nobody how to have their kids or anything like that. I just wouldn't have got pregnant by him again. because he's gonna be just a headache. He's gonna be a nuisance because, like I told y'all last night, she has the money. He's gonna be a nuisance, and if he would use his head right instead of running around with women to women to women, you should have got your wife to help you pay off your tax lien. Now you're finna get a divorce. You gotta have to come up with the money to pay it. I'm not saying he don't have no money. I'm not saying that, but you're gonna have to come up with the money to pay it. The money is leaving. She's leaving. That money is leaving you. And we're gonna see what you're gonna do now because who is buying Offset music now? Like nobody. So we're gonna see what you do. Since you want to run around and be in the streets and be with this woman, and if I'm not mistaken, he have somebody else pregnant, and the girl got into a fight with another girl on the internet for telling or something like that. He's full of crap. She should have been left him alone. And like I said, I'm not telling nobody when and not to have no kids, but knowing how he is, I wouldn't have had no baby by him. But that's her life, not mine, and that's all I got, Diva.
I appreciate you. This is a good question. Did they have a prenup? Time will tell. I don't know. I don't know. Julius, you're up.
So when I seen this on my cousin's Facebook feed, I said she gonna rescind in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Cause we seen a pattern before. I hope she is done. I hope she backs up by the action of her words. The baby giving her back her power, showing her the light. All the insightful, straightforward, empowering things. I hope that is the case. And if she's done, guess what? I'm done with her. So if she done, I'm done with her. But we know the pattern. So like Leo said, and I'm going to co-sign what she said, I'm going to see when this is final.
I appreciate you, Julius. Wayne, you're up.
Hopefully she'll be strong, but she really loves him.
Yes,
The
she
proof's gonna
does.
be in the pudding after divorce. It's also gonna be in the pudding. I think he gonna be in her ear for that $1 million. A lot of these people ain't got as much money as you think. He could have been living off of Cardi, living.
Uh-oh. Okay, Wayne, you fell out. You're back now. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see if she gets up off that money. Because she really loves him. 3 kids, marriage, she still may think it's hope. Even though she's doing all of that, we've seen people do all of that and then go right back. I mean, if she do, fine. If she don't, fine. If she like it, I love it for her. But I think she's going to get up off that $1 million and it's going to be a temporary get back together. But that's the thing to walk around. You pregnant and the side piece pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, right?
And you got to live with that. That, if I take him back, blah, 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 blah. But I think she will. I think she will. I could be wrong. I don't know that much about it, but I just feel like he'll get in her ear for that $1 million. And for a few months, it'll be hunky-dory again.
Yeah, I think she done, but like you said, time will tell. My screen shifted a little bit. I will get to everybody. Tay, you're up.
I want to see the paper when they sign the paper. I want to see the paper on that Instagram to see is this really done right here. Austin, I'll be upset until you do right by Cardi B. You better sign that paper right there. Everything is come back to you like a pain in the butt. Right there. I am done with both of them. I'm tired of hearing both of them. This is nothing but a toxic relationship. It's by upset right here because Cardi B still love that man, but that man don't love her because he want to be a celebrity by her right there. That's all he wants. He don't care about the marriage. He don't care about married to Cardi B. All he do is he's from the streets. And everything about him, He just from the street and he never gonna keep it in his pants ever. He's still gonna be a cheater. A cheater that always gonna be a cheater. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. Felicia, you're up.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm so glad it's Thursday. Soon the weekend will be here. We all get to enjoy our summer. I'm going to speak a little personal here.
Okay.
Okay. So some of you know I have children. They're grown adults. They've been through school. They have their own lives. My marriage was over 15 years ago, but I still love my husband.
Come on now. All right. Talk to us.
But we couldn't be in a marriage anymore together. He was my husband and my children's father. As far as the husband-wife, that wasn't working anymore. He wasn't happy being within the family. He wanted to go out and be in the street.
Okay. Come on, talk.
So I had to make a decision because I would still be married. I'd be on this live every night and you'd probably hear him in the background. Okay, but I had to make choices about what my life was going to look like.
Come on.
What was I going to be able to manage coming in at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning? What kind of energy was I willing to take on because he wanted to be in the street? Love is real. That real love, that love that is it's not lustful love. Is I'm in love with your money. I love your fame. I love what you do. I love your car. No. I'm talking about that basic love, the one that you decide we're going to build this life together. So I had to make a decision. And I made the decision that was best for me and my children. Now, I think Cardi is absolutely meaning what she said. This marriage is over. Now, will she maybe see her husband every now and then? Maybe they will be intimate. Maybe they won't be. But the legal part, the part that we live together part, the part that we're raising our children under the same home part, that is over. And I do believe her. Now, there was some inference in the story as to whether or not this was her husband's child. I have no doubt that this is her husband's child.
Come on now. That part.
And I believe that what has been transpiring between them during this pregnancy has taken their disruption to a different level. Had to make some real hard decisions. She appears to me to be a very loving and caring mother, and she loves her husband.
Yeah.
But she had to come back and ask, how much longer can I deal with all of this public disrespect and this mismanagement of finances? Now, some of you know often I say everything's based on economics.
Come on.
And when you have multiple children like I do, and you are invested in their future, you can't have people out here throwing the money away. No, you can't. No, you can't. We walked into the marriage together with a plan for our family. And I wasn't going to toss that away because you wanted to be in the street.
Come on.
So we got to stick to the plan, parent together, and we're going to find a way to be respectable to one another. And that was what we did. Now, her children are very small. My children are grown. They'll tell you, good thing mom didn't stay. Good thing mom didn't stay. I never. And they would tell you, I didn't speak badly about their father because that's not my father. That's their father.
Come on, you better talk to the people, Felicia. Talk.
He was my husband. That's their father. So they had to build their own relationships and come to their own decisions on how they were going to manage their relationship with their father. When the marriage was over, it was over. But he's always going to be their father. And he loves his children. And I love that they know him for themselves, not through what I thought, what I felt, or what I decided. And I pray the same for Cardi. And I stand with her today, that she stays strong and brave and can endure, because many of us know what it is to labor and to give birth. And it's not easy. So I wish her the best. And I pray and hope all goes well. Congratulations, Cardi, on your baby. Because I said a couple of weeks back, have your children because you want them. You want them. And it's really nice if the father, your husband, your significant other also does. I'm done.
Come on now, you better speak. I appreciate you. Manila
I
Pop.
appreciate you too, Felicia. That was great.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Manila Poppin', you're up.
Hi, panel. Um, does anyone know anything about Offset's parents? Do you know if his mother and father's together?
I don't know.
Okay, I was just wondering. But that's neither
Well,
here
I
nor there.
do. I
Yeah.
do, Melanie. Yeah, they are together. They are still
Okay.
together.
Okay. So I say all of that to say, when you lose yourself in someone else,
Uh-huh.
it always it doesn't turn out good,
You better
right?
you better talk. Come on.
She's a New York girl, concrete jungle, all of that. She relocated herself down to Georgia, his stomping ground. He
Mm-hmm.
knows everyone there. He's able to do whatever he wants to do there. His friends are there. And, I'm quite sure she probably felt like a fish out of a pond all the time. They say a girl's first love is her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Cardi's mother, I believe, is Dominican, I believe, and the father is Trini, or vice versa, what have you. I know she has a relationship with her father, but I don't think the mother and the father is together.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives me pause to say, you know, that also could play in to the way she handles things, because she's a Libra. I believe she's a Libra. She loves love, right? And the girl, I don't
Yes.
know her from wet paint. I don't know anything about her. All of that hard talk and all of that street talk, she looks like her heart is kind. She loves those kids. She loves that husband. She loves her mother to death. She loves her sister. She loves her friend. Everybody. She just looks like that's just the person that she is. And unfortunately, she got with a person who will manipulate that passion that she has for people. And I do believe that she has some good people in her ear, be it financial advisors, so forth, so on. I believe their money is separate. I believe she probably has a lot of her things in trust or LLCs. That's why that tax is in his name only.
You
He's
better
poor
talk.
with money. He's poor with money. You can see it. She's the bread maker. He feels inferior to her because it's all about Cardi. When they did a song together, it was all about Cardi. So he feels like, and I believe that too is a reason why he constantly breaks her heart with other women to show her, listen, I'm the catch. I'm the one, just to keep her in line. This love bombing. Every so often, she's showing on Instagram all of these roses and flowers, and he brought a new car. It's just frivolous spending, and it's love bombing, and you see it's not genuine. it's not genuine. And she's a young girl. And someone said that she's given life, right? And
Mhm.
yes, she is giving life. However, comma, she is what a lot of millions of young girls look up to. So she constantly goes in this pattern, like her daughter and millions of other young girls, they may follow suit. So I'm hoping this time she does stand her ground and
Mhm.
she exits stage left, because we got all the way to the, what was it, the second baby when they were separate and she was filing a divorce. She's on stage performing, and he's on the stage. He's in her personable space. He's that love bombing on national TV. She can't say no. It's just like he suffocates her. So
Mm.
hoping, I'm hoping truly this time, like the financial advisor she has, I'm hoping these people that's closest to her, they stay with her and teach her, listen, no matter what he said, because he's going to have to come back. He doesn't have the financial means to sustain the lifestyle that he has without her.
Woo.
She has to get with a psychiatrist, psychologist, whomever she needs, a third party separate that doesn't know anyone. Whatever she needs to do, she first has to do it for herself, because like when you're on a plane, they say you got to put the oxygen mask on your face first before you can help anyone else. So she has to mentally do what she needs to do for herself, mentally and physically. Then her kids can fall in line. But if she doesn't, and she keeps going in this warp pattern, I'm scared of what will be next. But I'm hoping, and I hate to see marriages fall apart. I'm not pro marriage or against marriage. My husband and I just celebrated 21 years last week. That's not where I'm coming from. Marriage
Congratulations.
is a contract. It's a contract like everything else. It's not about all of this love and all of this affection. Yes, that is a part of it. Finances is a part of it. Being truthful is a part of it. Coming, everybody pulling their own is a part of it. It's many different factors in marriage, and no marriage is perfect. So when you taking little snapshots and putting it on Instagram, and you living for that one particular moment, and no one else is seeing what's going on behind that camera, your real life is behind that camera. So I wish her the best. I hope everything works out better for her, and she sticks to her guns again, and she has the right people in her circle. I believe this too will pass, because she's going to continue to be a showman. She's going to continue to make her money. That's not going to stop. So she just has to mentally get right, and then everything will fall in place, and that's it.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Y'all talking tonight, Dr. Love.
Hello, Diva.
Yeah.
Hey, panel, and everybody out there. Yes, so I have loved Cardi B since she was on what is that? Love and Hip Hop. I have truly loved this girl since then. To me, she took over Nicki Minaj. I wasn't on that Nicki Minaj era, so Cardi B have always been my girl. But the one thing I do know for sure, she got some tickets to pay because she have lived that life back in the days. But she do love. She do love her husband. She do love her kids. But is Cardi B done? Yeah, she's done. To me, she's done. And I don't know what it is to me about these pregnancies, because I've had some cousins that they had, once they were pregnant, that's when they let go their husbands. So I don't know what it is with that. I don't know how God ordains that, but it's, we as women know our hormones do switch over. So I hope this divorce really happened while she's pregnant. And because I feel like it will really happen. That's what I really feel. And because I feel like to the kids or the baby or some, give some type of energy with that, or give you, what do you call it, the right mindset. It's like you start getting things together up in your head when you having a child. It's like some things can change. So I think that's done by God. But however,
With the finance part, to me, I feel like we all knew Offset was about that spending. We know he's a love bomber. I don't know his father, but I can bet money is some gangsterism going on in that relationship, or have, and still it's something he's seen too growing up. That's just a given. And I do hope she moved back to Jersey. And one thing, her family is beautiful, really there for her. And I love that for people, for men or women, whoever going through something, when you got a family to back you up, like her family, especially that mother and father. Oh yeah, she'll be able to make it through it. As far as that, financially, I feel like she been got that in order. Maybe her second year after she even bought that mom a house. She have always been, to me, some people call it financially tight, but I called it financially right, because she was on that pole and she figured, like, I'm not going back to that. I'm too intelligent for that. I'm too everything for that. That's how Cardi B, has put it. Have she done her wrongs? Yes, and some wrongs I really don't agree with. That's why I'm like, Cardi, you got some tickets to pay. But that's pretty much it. I wish her the best. I wish her the best with this baby. And I'm glad her senses have kicked in. So let's just keep it going while you're pregnant, and let this divorce be over while them senses is all together. That's it.
Thank you, Dr. Love. E, you're in the building. What's up? Did you hear this story? What are your thoughts?
No, I didn't hear the story. Hey.
Hey.
What happened?
Okay, we're just talking about Cardi B announcing her divorce and that she's pregnant. And that she seems like she's done with Offset finally. She said the baby gave her strength.
Oh yeah, right. She just said last week she wasn't pregnant. So now all of a sudden she's pregnant. I don't care if she has a buffalo, in the words of Mimi. The baby gave you strength. You got two of them. You got two of them. And she just said the other day that, because you read the article where she said, my career comes first, my children come second, or did she say the man comes second? Anywho's one of those. And so if the children gave you strength, how come the first two didn't give you strength? I don't know. I don't have any type of compassion for this woman. She don't have any compassion for Black women. So I mean, if he took you through the gutter, good for you. I mean, next case.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Thank you, E. So we'll go ahead and roll into the next story. Okay. So our next story, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Sonya Massey. We all know about it. Super sad. But now it gets even sadder when you hear the audio phone call from her mother. So let me just make sure I have the right. Okay, I know which screen to pull up here. We're gonna hear this phone call. Let me just share screen.
Address of emergency. Okay, what's going on there?
Well, my daughter is being sporadic, and she's been mentally having a mental breakdown, which is something new to me. She's not a danger to herself. She's not a danger to me. But when she gets upset, then she thinks everybody's after her. Like paranoid schizophrenic. She thinks everybody's after her.
Okay. How old is she?
Yeah. She's 35.
What's her name?
Sonya Massey.
Sonya, you said?
I'm just answering the question. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Her name is Sonya.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And what's your name?
Donna.
Donna, what's your phone number there?
He's out in the front of the house talking so loud that you could probably hear her to the end of the block.
Okay.
She had a car keys in her hand, but they told me, the mental people told me to call 911 because she could get in her car and she'll hurt herself or somebody because she has ran a couple of red lights when she went, and so she's being sporadic, and I don't want you guys to hurt her, please. Don't.
Okay, ma'am, I've got some questions I've got to ask you. Does she have a weapon?
Okay. No.
Okay. Is this a suicide attempt?
No, she's not going to hurt herself or anyone else.
Okay. Is she alert?
She's alert.
Okay.
Mom.
All right. Ma'am, we're going to get help on the way, okay? If anything changes or she tries to leave, call me back.
Okay, my sister has something to say that she saw that I didn't see. She said, never mind.
Okay.
We got it covered.
Help's on the way.
Thank you. And please don't send no combative policemen that are prejudiced, please.
Okay, well, that would be none of them, ma'am. They just do their job, okay?
Oh, they're all they're scary. I'm scared of the police. Please be
There's
careful.
nothing to be fearful of, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sometimes they make the shit a bit worse.
Okay. Help's on the way, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So audio from Sonya Massey's mother's call to 911 the day before her daughter was unalive. Sonya Massey's mother called 911 the day before her daughter was fatally shot by police, stating, "I don't want you guys to hurt her." I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, well, it didn't go in. I don't know what happened here. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on, because I can let me just bring up. So I don't know if you heard her say that she has mental issues, and she said that the mental health facility told her to call the police. I'll just bring up the other article where I can actually get into it. Okay. So heartbreaking request. Sonya Massey's mom made 911 dispatches before her daughter was unalived by the officers. Sonya Massey's mom made a heartbreaking 911 call before her daughter was pow-powed in the head by a sheriff's deputy, pleading with the dispatcher not to send a prejudiced cop who might hurt her. Donna Massey called 911 around 9 a.m. July 5th, a day before her daughter, an Illinois mama too, was killed by a responding deputy, now charged with first-degree murder, newly released recording show. The panicked mom begged for help for her daughter, who was a paranoid schizophrenic suffering a mental breakdown, while also admitting she was scared of the police. "I don't want you guys to hurt her, please," the mom pleaded a day before her daughter's death. "Please don't send no combative policemen that are prejudiced." In other 911 calls, a woman who doesn't identify herself says people want to hurt her. And a day later, a woman identifying herself as Sonya Massey reports a neighbor had hit her with a brick. When the county sheriff's deputy arrives, body cam footage showed Massey repeatedly saying she was just trying to get help. She was eventually pow-powed in the head inside her home by a deputy who threatened to do it in the effing face for holding a pot of water, the body cam footage showed. Massey, 36, died from a wound to the head just below her left eye. The coroner, Jim, said with her death officially declared a homicide. Massey's family is being represented by civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who called for a complete investigation and slammed the sheriff's department's response, given the repeated pleas for help. The 911 calls captured the heartbreaking pleas of Sonya's mother, who desperately sought help for her daughter while expressing her deep fears about the potential violence at the hands of the police, Trump said in a statement. Despite these warnings, Sonya, a mother struggling with her mental health, was met with deadly force in her own home. The failure to provide the appropriate response to mental health crisis has resulted in an irreversible loss for the Massey family and underscores a systematic issue that must be addressed, he said. Deputy Sean Grayson, who is white, is charged with first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct in the shooting death of Massey, who was black. He was fired by the Sheriff's County office after pleading not guilty to the charges. He is being held without bond. Grayson immediately escalated to deadly force based on the descendant statement, stating, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Chief Deputy Anthony Mayfield wrote of the decision to fire him. When Deputy Grayson pointed his firearm at the descendant, she was not making any aggressive movements, only talking. Grayson's failure to attempt nonviolent strategies and techniques are to communicate led to Massey's death, Mayfield said. Records revealed that he worked short stints at multiple Illinois police departments at the time of her death. Grayson had been with the current precinct for 14 months. Leo, your thoughts on the audio call and the whole situation?
I can't, Diva. I'm too emotional. I'm sorry. Pass me. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Katrina, you're up.
I mean, it's like she foresaw what was going to happen. For her to say, please don't send a racist cop or something to her house. And that's exactly what happened. The demon showed up. And it's so sad because she gave them forewarning about her daughter. And the same thing that she asked them not to do was exactly what happened. And me, myself personally, I don't think the jail should be there. I think the way that people take somebody out, I think they should be taken out the same way. Why we got to waste our taxpayer money feeding them, housing them, and doing all that? This woman can't do this for her child. This lady can't do it for her kids. Give him the same punishment he gave her. And that's just ridiculous that the police department allowed him to keep being a menace to every other police station he went to, and they didn't do anything. They fired him, and still they didn't stop his taking away his way of being a police officer. He just went to another one. He just went to another one. He went to another one, doing the same chaos, and that is totally, totally sad. I feel for the mama, because no mama should lose their child. And that's sad. It's just totally, totally sad. And she has all my sympathy because I knew a mama that lost their child. Not in that kind of way, but still, she lost their child. And that is a deep hurt. And I just hope that her heart is lightened. I hope that God give her peace. And I just hope that she get justice for her child. That's all I got.
I appreciate you. Felicia, you're up.
Diva, I got to pass. I can't do it. Sorry.
No. Dr. Love?
Okay. First off, I just want to send a lot of hugs to the individuals on the panels who's, feeling, how can I say, feeling just what they're feeling about it. So I'm sending y'all hugs, Felicia and Leo, and kisses too, because I give out hugs and kisses on the cheek. So for this story, I feel like there's a lot. And I want to say my daughter, she's really young, and she brought it to me. Well, young to me because she's in her 20s. And I can say that they have been on it. And I'm so grateful for the fact that when I see younger, what I call them, Gen Z, I believe, when they get involved with some things, because they can make some things move, as I say, and make it shake. But however, there is so much with this story. And I had heard about pretty much what her mother had said, But the children, or I'll say Gen Z, had thought it was her who had called in, which meaning the one that wasn't alive. They thought it was her who called in and said, "Please don't send someone here to hurt me."
Mm.
Um, so that is what I heard before. So I'm glad, David, that you did share the fact that that was her mom. And that is sad, because of what it tells me too is that they have made the situation worse when they have went to her home and they have hurt her before, meaning the one that they have unalived. Like, you could tell that the mom has called before, or someone, to get help for her, and they have made the situation worse. And with the understanding that I have with psych and things of that nature, I wish the system will make up their mind to say, let these families and these parents help these individuals who really should not be living by themselves, should not be on their own. And because there are a lot of family and mothers and fathers who will help their children when they become so psychological that they cannot help themselves and do for themselves no more. So the system has to make up their mind with that, to let these families help, and then to say, or you're going to have to train cops, you're going to have to train anyone who come in contact with these type of individuals of how to handle situations, how to handle them. So that's just a whole situation within itself. So this other point, I'm gonna just say allegedly, because I heard this, as I call it, from Gen Z and TikTok, is that his wife, worked at a mental facility, and had came in contact with her, and the contact wasn't pleasant. I'll say that, and that's all alleged. Pretty much heard it from kids in TikTok. Nothing I know for sure. Nothing I done researched or looked up or anything along that line.
I think that theory was debunked. I did hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that theory was debunked. But yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Love. Manila Pop and you're up.
It's really, really sad. And it's like her mother, it was like a foreshadow.
Mm.
And the way she said it, it does give me pause to say, had the police been out there before and hurt her daughter? And to hear her say, don't send no racist police officers, and the 911 call is play for the world to hear during this presidential election. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying it's like a foreshadow of everything that's happening. And these police officers, yes, you are supposed to protect and serve, and I understand that, but there has to be some type of training, and this has been said year after year after year, proper training in regards to mental health. You saw his partner behind him, and I didn't know what I was watching. I was getting ready for work, and I'm watching the Today Show, and they put this on the screen, and I'm looking at this guy, and you can see the hatred in him. His
Mm.
eyes read hatred. And if you watch him with her, he's in the beginning, he was calm. Then in the house with his partner, he's getting more aggressive with her. And you can see she's talking, and the way she's talking, she's mentally not there. But the thing that really got me is I'm getting a chill just thinking about it, watching him. She's at the stove beyond the island. He's on the opposite side of her kitchen island. And you see him moving forward. You see him planting himself in position to take this woman out. It's not, and when I saw him take that final step up, she had a pot of water. You have a taser. Your partner has a taser. Both of you have tasers. And when he took his foot and he stepped his foot up, and I've done had, training with firearms or what have you, and you have to position yourself. And I saw him position himself, and he says, if you move, I'm going to blow your effing head off. And I'm sitting there like, wait, what? And then after he shot, after he did what he did, you hear him say, I wasn't going to let her throw no hot water on me. Are you effing crazy? He's a menace. And then I was like, for the police to show that body cam, he was instantly fired. He was instantly charged, and he's in there with no bail. I said, oh, he has history. Because there's no way they will go off the record. They will suspend him. They will do everything within the power of, because this mother, even though this is a horrific event, they are about to get paid millions of dollars because it was horrific. It was with intent. He had malice, and you saw the hatred in his eyes for that woman. And I'll go farther to say it was racist. I'll just go there with it as well. But I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry that her mother saw what was going to happen to her daughter. Unfortunately, she did. The spirit let it on her, and it's just it. I don't know. This world, something has to get better. We have to do better, or what's the option? What's the alternative to all of this? I just don't know. It's so sad, and that's it.
Very sad. Take you out.
You just skip me on this one, Diva.
No problem. Julius, you're up.
Get me on this one as well. I have no words.
Wayne, you're up.
I was gonna say, normally I would on this, and it's a trigger too. It's a trigger too. But remember yesterday, Diva, somebody sent you a message that that officer's wife and Sonya had a confrontation or something the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find anything more about that? Okay. But this was totally intentional. The only thing that's in me is rage.
Mm.
The only thing that's in me is that I hope he gets to jail. I hope he gets attacked by 50 black men. I hope they tear his tail up. And then I would hope that somebody had some steel boots and could kick him right in the temple. I told an officer friend of mine those exact words. He said, oh, Wayne, that's just the rage I feel now. If I could hang him off a bridge and have alligators snap at his head and pull him up each time when they miss, so he could see the fear that was in that woman.
Mm.
I don't think any of us will ever experience that kind of fear, let alone in your home.
Mm.
In Jesus' name.
In your home. And then your mother gets the news of the worst nightmare that she just informed them about her daughter, that she's no harm.
Yep.
He went there with a purpose. He said, you're not going to throw that hot water on me, with a purpose. All is set up. And I know we're not political here, but everybody or whoever think they're for Trump. This person will walk. He said he would give immunity to police officers. I said this before. Black folks gonna catch hell if he got in there. And they're gonna catch hell at the hands of police officers.
Woo.
Because they already know that they're gonna receive immunity. So what's gonna stop him?
Yeah.
Wake up, people.
He did say that. He said that out of his own mouth. And there's an article on it too. He did say that. I'm gonna try to pull it up. E, you're up.
I'm just trying to figure out why are they recirculating this tape? Why is this in rotation at this time? I don't understand the relevance. So many people are saying, well, she was battling schizophrenia. I don't care what it was. Um, I don't care. Any person battling a mental illness or not, every person, I don't care what color you are, black, brown, purple, or blue, when you call 911 for help, somebody is supposed to show up. Um, and as a community servant, be willing to help, come in peace, and lead with compassion. I feel like this phone call, I understand this was the day before, but the day that they showed up, Sonya called. And so, I for me, I just feel like the purpose of them recirculating this was to highlight she was schizophrenic, which makes no difference to me. A son lost his mother, and the other child lost their mother. And the mother who called from the tape we just listened to, she lost her daughter, and the mother loves her daughter. You can hear it on the phone call. So again, I just don't understand why they're recirculating this. But regardless to her mental uh, disability, she was in her right mind enough to call on Jesus and ask for forgiveness. She was in her right mind enough to understand that she had invited the devil into her home. She was in her right mind enough to know that. Plus, this is not about Sonya, not in my opinion. Who is this? Katrina. This is about that cop who had that negative reputation and tumultuous record at every precinct he worked at. So, despite that, the key word that the mom said was, Sonya will not hurt herself and she will not hurt anybody else. And so when she said that, the person who was on the dispatch, he was supposed to be taking this down. And somebody mentioned foreshadowing, and that's exactly what it was. The mother said, I am afraid. And the officer said, nothing to be fearful of, man, with this lying ass. And then the mother replied, sometimes when y'all come, y'all can make a situation worse. And isn't that always the catch-22 when we have these types of situations and we're agonizing over if we even want to dial 911 or if we just want to suffer through it? So it is foreshadowing, but the information provided in that call was pivotal. In this community, the citizens do not trust the police. And if the officers had been to her residence prior, then they already were aware of what they might be walking into. And if the mother called the day before and told them she had these conditions, then the dispatcher should have a system sophisticated enough where they could flag the location and ensure that they send an officer who is trained to handle cases similar to this. The system is broken, and the system and the employees failed in this situation. And I'm going to piggyback off of Wayne because Wayne was talking too real and too right. If Trump and Kamala can raise dozens and dozens of millions in a matter of minutes, there's no reason for the citizens of this country to be suffering from the inside out due to mental illness. It makes no sense. So whoever recirculated this call, they should be ashamed of themselves because for me, it's no reason for this audio to be going around now when this was the call from the day before and not the day of. Yes, it's important we have the body cam footage. Yes, it's important that we have the 911 calls. But at this time, we did not need to know about this previous call from the mother. Let Sonya rest in power. Let her be at peace amongst all of this disappointment. I don't like it.
Yeah, I hear you, E, but can I tell you this? That phone call needed to be heard. So you have a woman in crisis, and the mother said something key to me. She said when they called the medical facility, they told her to call 911. So this whole system is broken. She called medical people because she knows her daughter is having a mental breakdown, and she was instructed by medical people to call 911. She said all of that to that police officer on that phone. So my thing is, at best, if they are going to send 911 people over to her house, right? Then they should also have sent the ambulance, the fire department, and more people, knowing that they was going somewhere to a person that perhaps would be in a medical crisis. I don't want to watch it again because it is very triggering. But someone told me on her arm she had, you know how you get the hospital bracelets? On her arm there was a hospital bracelet, meaning that she must have either just recently been in a facility or just got out of one. So so somebody saying yes, that's their process. I know that for a fact, having a son with mental health issues. Also that that be my profession and I went to school and studied for. Yeah, so that system is broken. But she said they told me to call you. And but also the other thing that got me thinking is, why did the aunt initially say I she had something to say and then she said never mind? I don't, it's the
Right.
phone call is loaded. I listened to it more than once and then I said, okay, I can't no more. But and then also at the very least, when you call 911, it's recorded. So they already know that they came to your house yesterday. So or whatever, or someone called for you before, because all of that is in the system, right? So they knew going to our house, or they should have known, to your point, that we've been here before. Just like the cops know they going to Croy and Kim's house all the time. Matter of fact, the last time they was there, the cops said, "Don't you remember me? We've been here before." So,
but Kim and Croy are still standing.
oh, that I know. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is that just for future people in a mental crisis, this system needs to be fixed, because I don't understand how medical professionals are telling you that your help has to come from the police. And if that's the case, that's fine, because maybe the police needs to be there to de-escalate or help get the person on the ambulance or whatever the case may be. But for her, all hands need to be on deck. It should have been the police. It should have been an ambulance. It should have been more people there, because she has this known condition. The whole situation is extremely sad. And yes, it is documented. Go ahead, E. Go ahead.
But the reason I said we did not need this circulated is because now everyone is looking at this woman as if she is on trial and trying to pick apart her life. And now, oh, now we know she had mental illness. And now, I don't think that was something that needed to be dissected by the media.
I hear you, but you know what? The temperature is definitely different on this case. All the word and everything I'm reading, everyone, and even the union said they're not even fighting for this man's job anymore. Everybody is 10 toes down on Sonya's side. So I haven't really caught the temperature way going the other way. And all y'all saying right about Trump. I'm not even going to read this story because I can't deal with this man. Okay, but Donald Trump did, as you stated, Wayne. Donald Trump, amidst Sonya Massey's shooting, he talking about it didn't look good, but doubled down on promise to get police immunity from prosecution.
He has immunity now, right? Didn't the high courts give him immunity?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
He's paying it forward.
Yeah, pretty. It's extremely sad. Extremely sad. So, but there's other cases where individuals were in a mental health crisis. The cops were called, and these individuals were unalive. Hers is one of the saddest cases ever, because not only was she nowhere near this man, but she actually was bent down. And Ben Crump showed where this cop actually was pointing down to do what he did to her. It's unbelievably sad. I'm gonna go ahead and roll and may she rest in peace. They did have her funeral the other day, but they're not letting up off of this case. They even got, the last I read, Al Sharpton is going to get involved because Ben Crump told him, we need you. There's a lot of people involved. Like, they're not letting up off of this case. I'm going to roll into the last. Bless you, somebody. Go ahead. Did you want to say something, E?
Yes, I don't understand what they need him for. If it's a slam dunk and the union is not representing him, and everyone is supporting Sonya, what do they need him for?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said that Ben Crump said that he needed to get Al Sharpton involved. Why?
Because they're doing rallies like in state to state to protest just police brutality and all of that. And
Oh, they're trying to turn this into a movement, and they want to organize protests. Okay, now I get it. I'm sorry, I get it now.
Okay, so I'll move on to the last story. But I'll back up and say they did have a funeral. May she rest in peace. The family is devastated. She had 2 children under the age of 18. Somebody is not muted. Please mute so I won't get that background. Thank you. She did have 2 children under 18. The family is broken. They're devastated. The mom is going through a lot. It's just extremely, extremely sad. So I'm going to roll into the last story. And the last story is LeToya Luckett. You know, like I said earlier, there ain't nothing worse than a bitter ex. And, you know, her ex seems to be extremely bitter. He had the nerve to post about how many times she's been married within the last 8 years. Sir, how is this your concern? What does it matter? Let me go ahead and share screen. I don't know why this is playing in the background. Let me pause that. Let me see if I could pause that. Okay. All right. LeToya Luckett's second ex-husband shades her after she remarries for the 3rd time in 8 years. The shade is real. LeToya Luckett's second ex-husband, I'm calling him Walker, seemingly took aim at the singer on Instagram after she remarried for the 3rd time in 8 years. On Wednesday, the entrepreneur posted a picture of Tom Brady wearing 3 Super Bowl rings to his Instagram stories. 3 in 7 years. Dynasty, he wrote at the bottom of the picture. Fans rip Walker apart in the comment section of an Instagram post. What one man won't, another will, the wrote one user. I remember seeing him at a pool party while he was married. And let's just say, I'm glad she moved on. She deserves a loyal and genuine partner, added another. That's him right there. That's her new hubby. The Bitter Baby Dad Association has added another member, quipped a 3rd person. A 4th fan posted the lyrics to Luckett's song, Regret, writing, "You must regret the day that you left me. Still trying to get back. Still trying to get back with me. Oh, still trying to get back. Still trying to get back with me. Oh, I made you cool. You wasn't that dude." Page 6 had reached out to Luckett's rep for a comment, but didn't immediately hear back. On Tuesday, Luckett 43 announced that she married to Leo Coles with a photo of the nuptials on the cover of Exxon magazine. The former Destiny's Child singer, stunned in a plunging lace white dress, bridal gown, and a high slit, featured a corset-style bodice. Coles looked dapper in a black BMC Studios tux. The wedding, which took place in Houston, Texas, was officiated by Pastor Devon Franklin, featured nearly 200 guests, including Tina Knowles, formerly Destiny's Child member LaTavia Robinson, and Houston rapper Bun B. The Say My Name singer and Walker tied the knot in December 2017. In January 2021, Luckett, who shares daughter Gianna 5 and Tyson 3 with Walker, announced she and her second husband were divorcing nearly 4 months after welcoming their second child together. It is my deepest desire for us to be loving co-parents and keep a peaceful environment out of respect for our children, she wrote on Instagram at the time. Luckett also read Robert Hillman in January 2016. However, they called it quits 3 months later. The 2-time Grammy winner has previously been linked to rapper Slim Thug and the Los Angeles Dodger player Matt Kemp. Listen, she's happy. He's bitter. It is what it is. Leo, your thoughts?
Absolutely. It is what it is. I was shocked. I grabbed my pearls. I said, girl, that's the way you do that. She dated this man for 2 years. Nobody knew. She sold her pictures to people when she got married. That's her business.
That's how you do it.
That's her business. So, this man that's a bitter Betty want to talk about 3 rings. That's none of your business, sir. You did not want to be with her, sir. So why you commenting?
That
We
part.
don't care. We don't care what you got to say about it. You didn't want her. You didn't treat her right. She with someone else, and I wish her the best. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you, Leo. Katrina, you're up.
Yeah, Latoya been through a lot. She's been through a lot. And if she's happy, everybody should be happy. That's his crazy business, because you did what you supposed to do, you still be married to her, and you won't be counting the rings that you counting now. So you should have did your part. So what are you mad about? You've been gone. I mean, you've been separated for 2 years. That's totally ridiculous. Go find another woman and be happy with her, and leave Latoya alone and let her live her life, because she has been through a lot. That's all I got, Diva.
Got you. Thank you. Tay, you up?
Why you bitter? Why you bitter? Why? Because she move on and you be so lonely? You can't keep it in your pants? First, you cheat on this girl right here. When y'all been married, she been loyal to you. She take care of you, cook, feed you, clothe you, as they say. And then she is not enough for you to satisfy you in the bed. Oh no, you find you something else, a better sub partner, better than her, because you just keep it in your pants, because you are low down cheating, because you just can't, but you just don't want her to be head of fabulous, not good wife for you. You just keep her as your toy. And you know what that lady said? You don't owe me because I'm not your little toy. I'm my own self person right there. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Julius, you're up?
What did Akon say? I'm so lonely. However else the lyric go. Yeah, I remember when she was on the show with T.I. and Tiny, he was showing his uninterestedness then in her, not wanting to resolve a conflict. So when she get fed up, now this other artist had a song when a woman fed up. Um, they start to think different. She decided to get rid of the dead weight, date the person for a little bit, and then marry him. She did the boss move. And like we talked about earlier, listen, if he would have came and collected the kids, I would have had on my best little lingerie bathrobe with my heels, sipping my wine, sitting on the couch, lounging, living my best stress-free life. That's just me being petty, but that's just me. Because you so worried about me, but when you had me, you didn't treat me the way that I wanted to be treated. You didn't value me. You didn't love me. You didn't support me. You didn't respect me. So I let a man in who does all of those things and then some. Oh, and I forgot to mention. And they take care of your 2 kids. Cause he didn't mention nothing about his babies. He got beautiful babies with her. What about the babies, Mr. Walker? But yet he's helping her raise those babies. That if I was Latoya, that's what I would be doing. Like, boy, bye. You ain't paying no bills. My telephone bill, my car bill.
Thank you, Julius. Felicia, you're up? Yeah, hit the road, Jack.
I'd like to dip back a little bit into last night when I made the comment about the excellence that is Simone Biles. And I was talking about how often, no matter what we do, No matter what the black woman does, there's a problem. So now this one went and got married 3 times, and she's trying to have a loving, stable kind of lifestyle. And she got an ex-husband that's upset about it. No, you a whole fool. You're just a whole fool. They're never satisfied. You're never enough. You're never, ever going to be in a place of peace with some of these men out here. So now he's got a problem because she decided she was going to go get remarried. So I gather what he wanted her to do was to be broke and be miserable and be complain about the kids and calling him up about some child support money and begging him to come back. Well, to God the glory, she didn't. Congratulations, LeToya. I wish you nothing but happiness, good health, and success.
There you go. Boom. I appreciate you, Felicia. Dr. Love, you up? Dr. Love, you there? All right, I'm going to move on. Wayne, you're up.
Well, they say marriage is honorable in the sight of God. So if you got to do it 3 times, 4 times to get it right and to be happy, so be it.
I know that's right.
So I'm not mad at her, but with him, the old saying, you never miss the water till the well run dry. And I'm glad she's going on, with her life, not looking back, not all in the social media. It's done. I'm done.
Yeah, it's done. I'm coming to you, E. Let me just show her the pictures real quick. That's her and the new hubby there. Looking good. Looking happy.
Eat your heart out.
There you go. Eat your heart out. Look at Miss Nose in the building. Okay.
Look at her pose showing that leg like, boy, you thoughts. I know that's right, honey. Yas.
There go the kids. It's a wrap. She's taken. She's off the market, sir. 3 times, 4 times, whatever it takes. E, you're up.
LeToya was always my favorite in the group. I used to wear bangs, and LeToya always had bangs, so that was the one I identified with in the group. But I do think LeToya is in love with love, and I love that for her. I love that she's gotten 3 rings. I think that's something. Whoop whoop. I love that. The only thing I want LeToya to do is to make sure she gets an ironclad prenup, and get your paperwork together, because I'm tired of it. LeToya has been paying too many ninjas, and that's the part of the game I don't like. I don't like no paymasters. You understand? So, that first husband was able to get something out of her. Slim Thug, I know they weren't married, but she paid a lot of his bills too. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tamika's got a settlement. But like I told you all last week when we discussed Apollo and Phaedra, and so many people said, oh, Apollo misses Phaedra. No, and I told y'all, no, he don't. He just missed the life that he had with Phaedra, because she brought in the most legitimate money. Same thing here. Tamika doesn't love LeToya. Julius mentioned the reality show, and we saw Tamika's pulling the, what do you call it? The Ralph Pittman, talking about he would just leave the state and not even tell her where he was going. So I don't think that he loves her, especially after that video dropped of him at that with that woman, and we saw his mama's name on his leg in that the woman's bed. But Tamika loves the life that he had with LeToya, because LeToya was the breadwinner. And he misses being in the same house with his son full time, because he always wanted a son. And after LeToya had that first baby, and it was a girl, and that was a point of contention that they had on that reality show, he did not want, because LeToya didn't want to have another baby, and he said, no, we need to have another baby. He coerced her into doing this. And so What really set him off, I think, was the fact that she incorporated the kids into the wedding. And I think that's what gets men a lot of times. And that's what, triggered Future with Russell Wilson. Men feel like they have some type of ownership over you if they have children with you. I mean, we just discussed it with P. Diddy the other day. You have my child. You don't touch another man unless I tell you to. There is a unspoken spoken when a man has children with you and he doesn't marry you, but he wants to keep the options, he wants to keep that door open. And so, I do hope that this works out. Like I said, I hope that she has a prenup, but I think that Tomicus, he deserves everything that he gets, and she needs to get a gag order or protective order to refrain from him posting those kids on his social media, because he uses them for sympathy, and it's nothing but negative energy on his page. But that's all I have.
Ooh. Well, I appreciate you, E. She looked a beautiful bride. I mean, they look like a really nice couple, and I do wish them well. I hope it all works out for the greater good. And Tomicus, whatever his name is, Mr. Walker, go sit down somewhere. Your time is up. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and roll right into the feel good story. I thought it was a good one. I feel like I know I saw it before. I hope I didn't show it to y'all before, but if I did, we're gonna see it again. So here it goes.
Faith.
Oops, sorry.
A husband and wife photography team on a mission to celebrate the beauty of color.
You probably haven't seen classic fairy tales reimagined quite like this. Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty.
As we were going through some of the stories, we were like, wow, like every fairy tale, the guy comes and saves the day, right? So some of the messages
also, like,
were
kissing unconscious
yeah,
girls.
right.
Not okay.
Right. Exactly. So we were able to kind of put our own spin on it.
In the stories, as y'all have rewritten them, who ends up saving the day?
Some kids end up saving themselves.
Yeah.
Karen and Regis Bethencourt are the wife and husband duo behind Atlanta-based Creative Soul Photography. And in their version of Goldilocks, the bears are benevolent, and Goldie sports sneakers and magical locks.
She learned a lesson not being about the material things.
It's one of the many stories they've created in a new book called Crowned, which gives the royal treatment to celebrating differences.
In our new fairy tales, we have a princess with no hair, right? We have kids with albinism. We had a girl with cerebral palsy.
I just want every kid type to be able to have something that they can see and understand that they're represented,
Yeah, I think it's really important for them to see themselves reflected.
The Bethencourts say they've been on a mission to shatter current beauty standards ever since they noticed Black kids would straighten their natural hair before a photo session.
It was so heartbreaking.
And
it happens so often.
Yeah, and so it's like we're telling these kids at an early age that the look is not acceptable.
They turned their desire to showcase the versatility of natural hair into an Afro art series. It went viral and won them a ton of followers on social media, but it also made them a target.
Have you encountered challenges or criticism of your work?
Oh yeah, we get some people that are, oh, well, why do you only photograph Black kids? Why do you have to remake our stories? It's so important. People don't understand that we haven't had this representation. And so it's really a celebration. We're just really trying to motivate and trying to empower Black youth around the world.
And so they traveled the world, capturing photos that they hope will humanize their subjects.
Think about if you just go to Google right now and you search for kids in Africa, what are you going to see, right? You're going to see kids that are starving. And so, when we go there, we're showing these kids and we're showing them it's powerful and we're showing them embracing their culture. We photographed a girl who was fighting to wear her own natural hair in South Africa, right?
In the US, 11-year-old Tristan Dobson and 8-year-old Lyric Massey say they've both been bullied for their appearance.
Have you ever heard anything unkind about your skin?
Yes, like people would say I was burnt.
Dobson has a skin condition called vitiligo, and he posed shirtless in a folktale called How the Zebra Got Its Stripes.
What do you make of the fact that the way your skin naturally looks creates a whole story in this book, and a beautiful one?
I'm excited about it because there's not a lot of kids like me.
Lyric Massey says a classmate made fun of her skin complexion.
That my skin color isn't beautiful or something. And I think she was just making fun of me because my skin color, and that really hurt my feelings.
It didn't keep her down. She posed as Snow White, here renamed Ebony Black, and ended up a cover girl.
What do you think people can learn from this?
They can learn how to be comfortable, and whatever you want to be, you can achieve it.
I want to say don't be ashamed of your skin tone because your skin tone is powerful. Whether you're black, white, mixed, red, blue, yellow, anything.
For the Bethencourts, they hope their photos and the stories they tell will teach kids they don't just deserve a happily ever after, they deserve a happily ever now.
We're just here to serve as dream makers for these kids, right? Their uniqueness is their superpower. Don't be afraid to show it.
I hope y'all enjoyed that story. I really did enjoy it. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Listen, enjoy your uniqueness. Enjoy being you. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit the like button on the way out. Thanks for spending Thursday with me. Good night and goodbye, everybody.